Hello, One Talk. Welcome to the Unicorn Emprise podcast, the podcast for PNG entrepreneurs earning between 0 to 1 million plus kina in revenue who want to have financial clarity, business structure, and tax confidence. I'm your host, Vanessa Geita, a public registered accountant, CPA, founder of Hello Taxman, and a content creator here in PNG. In this episode, we are going to high tackle one of the most limiting beliefs any formal business owner could ever have about taxes. To start off, I want you to take a moment right now and think about this. When I say the word tax, what's the first feeling that comes up for you? Is it anxiety, frustration, maybe that heavy feeling in your chest? If you can relate, trust me, you're not alone. I've been working closely with formal SME owners in PNG over the past 3 to 7 years now. And I can tell you that almost everyone I meet has that same emotional reaction. So here's what I want to talk about today. There's this one belief, and I see it everywhere. You probably have it. And it goes like this: there is no way to legally reduce taxes in my life. And I get it. I used to be employed for around a decade as a professional tax consultant. And over those years, I saw my salary get taxed up to around 40% over the years. But now I am a formal business owner. I became self-employed for the past 3 to 4 years now. And this belief that there is no way to legally reduce taxes in my life no longer exists. If it still exists for you and you are a formal business owner, this episode is especially for you, because when you believe this, it leads to 3 things that I see happening over and over again. First, you avoid dealing with your business finances. You put off bookkeeping, you procrastinate on accounting, you delay doing your taxes, and somehow you just hope that it will all work out magically, somehow. Second, I've seen this and it's painful. You just accept whatever tax bill that comes in the mail or in your email. Like, I've literally met business owners. I have literally met business owners who got a notice from the IRC with an amount, and they just went ahead to pay hundreds to thousands of kina without even questioning or checking whether that amount that the IRC gave them is actually correct. And third, this is a big one. You keep running your business like a table market. Even though you're formally registered, you are running it as if it is informal. Maybe you're stuck in that table market mindset because you don't believe that you can reduce taxes anyway. So why bother with all the paperwork? But ignoring your tax obligation doesn't make them disappear. I understand why you might feel this way. When I talk to entrepreneurs, I often hear stories that sound the same. Maybe you remember being an employee like me and you're seeing taxes take up half of your earnings right there on your payslip, and it's painful to watch. Or maybe you've always been around legally registered SME owners, but they run their business like a table market. They're not tax literate, they're not tax confident, they ignore it and tell you, hey, it doesn't matter, just keep on going. And here's the thing. You might never have worked with professionals who truly understood PNG tax laws, so you've never seen what's actually possible when you do things properly. Your feelings about taxes aren't wrong. They're based on your experience. But I want to show you that there might be a different way to look at this. Here's something that might surprise you, and I really want you to hear this. The number one way to reduce taxes legally for formal business owners in PNG is actually pretty simple. It's keeping proper business records like receipts and invoices and doing your bookkeeping on time, like on a monthly basis. You might be thinking, this sounds too simple, but listen, the PNG tax system is just like most other tax systems around the world, and it's designed to tax your profit, not your revenue. Okay? Unless you're in the SBT regime, small business tax regime, you pay a fee on your revenue and they call it taxes. Otherwise, if you keep those receipts, those tax invoices, document them properly, doing bookkeeping on a monthly basis, you can reduce your taxable income of your business. Almost, almost, almost all of them. But here's the catch. Without proper records, you can't do that. So you can't legally reduce tax on your business income without proper business records. And when you don't do your bookkeeping on time, you miss that chance to plan how to legally reduce taxes in your business before the year ends. Because when one year ends, your chance to reduce taxes for that year ends as well. It's closed and it's gone. Look, I've made that mistake. It's embarrassing to admit, but I made that mistake when I started out as a registered business. I legally registered Hello Taxman with the IPA and the IRC about August 2021. I made a little money by December 2021, but I didn't do my bookkeeping well enough. I wasn't conscious enough about it. So by February that I tried to catch up, I realized that, oh, I had to pay around like 600 kina in company tax. And my problem wasn't keeping the receipts and invoices. I did those. Like that was obvious to me because of my profession. It was the tax planning part of running a formal business that I didn't put into practice in my life, and that cost me 600 kina in company tax. But you can be sure that I learned my lesson since then. What about you? What about all our other one talks running their formal businesses, earning income, but have yet to get their bookkeeping and accounting done in order to deal with their tax obligations with the IRC? They are essentially volunteering to pay extra taxes just because they weren't keeping proper business records and doing their bookkeeping on a monthly basis. And that's why changing your limiting tax beliefs matters so much. Your beliefs about taxes directly affects every decision you make about them. And that ultimately affects your wealth or your money making, money growing dreams. When you believe that there's no way to reduce taxes, you create this self-fulfilling prophecy. So it goes like this. You believe tax reduction is impossible, so you don't bother with proper record keeping. And without proper records, you can't claim legitimate tax deductions. And then you end up having to pay more in taxes than you legally have to. And then you think, see, I told you there's no way to reduce taxes. And that cycle just continues over and over. Now, and then into every other business that you decide to do over your lifetime. But imagine this for a moment. What if you could redirect thousands of kina from unnecessary tax payments and into your business to grow it, to support your family better, to invest into your community, to help them? If you're thinking that you're doing all of this and you're doing it without keeping proper business records, but you haven't done anything about your taxes, again, let me remind you, just because you ignore taxes doesn't mean your tax liability just goes away and disappears with your imagination. It's just unknown. So to change this horrific cycle of doom for the rest of your life in terms of taxes, you have to start with changing your belief that taxes can't be reduced, because it can. And it's possible in formal business. I've been doing it for up to 4 years now with full confidence and clarity. It's the whole reason why my accounting business is called Hello Taxman. I want you, my wanter, to understand the game and play it like a pro. In our next episode, we're going to talk about what I call the 3 buckets of tax debt. And I'll help you figure out exactly where you stand and what you can do about it as a PNG entrepreneur, earning between that 0 to 1 million plus kina in revenue. Before we wrap up today, I want to leave you with something to do before our next episode. For the next couple of weeks, start keeping and organizing all your business receipts and tax invoices. Pay a little more attention to what type of expenses you are paying for in your business and how much they total to. I think you'll be surprised by how much those receipts can save you from the taxman. The taxman is the government, by the way, not me. I just help you to say hello. Okay, One Talk, that's all for now. I'm your host, Vanessa Geita. Join me again next time on the Unicorn Emprise podcast to gain financial clarity, business structure, and tax confidence in PNG.